By the company that we're waiting on 6 passengers, and they should be here shortly, I would imagine. And there is a slight delay to our departure time. Apparently one of the equipment pieces being used to load the cargo in the hold has had a problem, so they've told me 10 minutes delay on that. So any update to that, I'll let you know. Flight time this afternoon, 7 hours and 46 minutes. We'll be taking off to the south. Fairly short taxi to the takeoff position here in Sydney, out of Disembarking Bay. With this cloud cover, there won't be a great deal to see on departure, and then we'll head out over Qantas and Blue Mountains, and then Alice Springs, and on our way through to Singapore. We certainly do hope you enjoyed this flight with us, and we're looking forward to looking after you. Thank you.
Ask you to turn off all electronic devices. If your device has flight mode, please switch to flight mode now. Thank you. Douglas Haywood and the team, it's our great pleasure to welcome you aboard Qantas A380 flying QF1 along with our code-share partners British Airways flight 7311, Iberia flight 7704 and China Eastern flight 8454 to Singapore and London. I'd also like to welcome back Qantas and One More frequent flyers. If you have an in-seat video monitor or you're in first, our award-winning entertainment is now available, so you can start enjoying your favourite audio, movie or TV program right away. The entertainment will remain available up until arrival at the gate in Singapore. As you settle back, please place all large bags in the overhead locker and small bags underneath the seat in front of you. If you're seated at an emergency exit row or in business class, all baggage must be placed in the overhead locker. If you're unable to stow your bags, please ask a member of the team for assistance. Small handheld devices such as iPads may be stowed in your seat pocket. Please check that your seatbelt is fastened to your tray table and seat in the upright position. If you have an in-arm entertainment screen, that needs to be stowed until the seatbelt sign has been turned off. Once the seatbelt sign has been turned off, you may use electronic devices in flight mode. However, radio transmitters cannot be used at any time during this flight. On arrival in Singapore, be sure to let you know when mobile phones may be turned off. Please be aware that smoking is not permitted on this flight. Welcome aboard and we hope you enjoy the Qantas service.
Singapore Island on the left-hand side in the final part of our landing. You haven't yet reset your watches. The time in Singapore is now 9:54, and we'll be at the terminal at 10:40. Continue on to London. I hope the rest of your flight is pleasant, and we've certainly enjoyed looking after you and hope to see you on a Qantas aircraft again in the very near future. Thank you. Have a good day.
p.m. on Friday the 16th of November. With your safety in mind, please remain seated until the captain turns off the fasten seatbelt sign. If your mobile phone is handy, you may now switch it on. However, use in the customs hall is prohibited. We hope you enjoyed the entertainment. Don't worry about the headset, simply leave it on the seat or the seat pocket and we'll take care of the rest. If you continue on Qantas Flight 1 to London, your gate is C26 and the boarding time is 11:15 p.m. Boarding announcements are not made at Singapore Airport, so if you're in transit or connecting to another flight and have a boarding pass, remember to keep on checking the TV monitors throughout the terminal for your next departure. If you are continuing on another flight and do not have a boarding pass, please make your way to the transfer desk or ask one of the Qantas ground team for assistance. Make sure you're at the boarding gate no less than 45 minutes prior to your next departure time. On the transit here, we must ask everyone to disembark the aircraft, and you are required to take all baggage with you, and it'll be subject to a security screening before you reboard the aircraft. The aircraft will be clean, so make sure you remove all personal items from the seat and the seat pocket. Please take care when opening overhead lockers, as luggage may have moved and it may fall out. Once again, please remain seated until the seatbelt sign has been turned off, and once it has been turned off, you'll be disembarking through the forward doors on the left-hand side. Just as a reminder, smoking is not permitted unless there's a designated smoking area within the terminal. On behalf of Qantas and the team today, we'd like to thank you for choosing to fly with us, and remember, when you make your next travel plan, make Qantas.com your first destination. We hope you've enjoyed the journey and we look forward to seeing you again soon.